In this video I will show you how to replace the earpads on your Sony MDR-7506 professional studio monitor headphones. Yeah, this is pretty bad. We didn't use them a long time, but because it's getting hot, I guess sweat makes this PU leather or faux leather. It's basically a layer of polyurethane or some kind of plastic coating on the material, and the material is flaking and it's cracking, and even here you can see the sponge inside. So these ones, they can be replaced. There is a nice trick. You can find the ear cushions from another headphone model, Beyerdynamic 777. I will link the models of earpads for both Sony and the Beyerdynamic in the description. I would recommend, if you change the earpads, get the Beyerdynamic ones, because they don't have this plastic layer that cracks so easily. So if you get that, you only really replace it once. This is how the speaker looks like inside the headphone, and I already removed it. They're pretty easy to remove from the headphones. Yeah, this is the sponge inside. That's the sponge. I didn't have a replacement pad here, but if you have a replacement pad, you don't need to do this step. I just do it because I'm actually trying to clean them up to reinstall them. So if you see this PU leather coming out from the headphones, you can actually just peel it slowly, remove it as much as possible from the headphones, and you can put them back. If you don't remove everything, you might have some black pieces of this material on your ears, but okay, you can remove them. It's up to you. They're not expensive, these earpads, but if you get the Sony ones, the replacement Sony ones, you will better get two, just to have for the next time also. I recommend to get the Beyerdynamic ones. Beyerdynamic, the model number for the Beyerdynamic headphones is DT-770 Pro. They have a few options with different impedances, the ohm values, but they are the same, really, build construction. So the Beyerdynamic DT-770 Pro earpads, ear cushions will fit on the Sony MDR-7506. So if you need to replace the cushions, I really recommend you get those. I will put links in the description for both headphones. On one of the pads here, the material is actually broken and the sponge comes out. I should have replaced really this one. Okay, maybe I will only remove this material from the top, and I will order a pair of Beyerdynamic DT-770 Pro cushions, and when I get it, I will install it. So far, I will probably keep them as they are, but it depends if the sponge gets worse. I have them now on my ears actually, and it's not so bad. I don't even realize that sponge is coming out. When they're compressed on the ear, it doesn't really matter, but they don't look great. When you reinstall them, there is an edge inside the headphone body. You see that there? That fits the lip, the edge on the material of the earpad. It will fit easily on one side, but slowly as you fit it all around the headphone, eventually it will be harder to fit it, but you pull it slightly like this and it will fit eventually. Just needs to be centered. Yeah, gently, not too hard. but sometimes you have to pull a bit harder, especially at the end here when it's the last parts. Now the headphones look much nicer, I believe, even though there are still small bits of this material, cracking material, but it's much better than before, much lower chances of getting this stuff. This one gets removed the same, so I'm not even gonna try to remove it. I will just clean up the... Maybe I remove it. The second ear pad is the same really, and it's inside here. There shouldn't be any damage, but if you see any damage, yeah, there are parts that you can replace for these headphones, but I'm not sure if it's really worth it to change the speakers on them and everything. So yeah, you might have to buy a new pair of speakers if it's really too bad. But the ear pads, they can be easily replaced. You can find them for many headphones, and well, ideally you have the original, but the original doesn't last long, as you see. Actually, this could be worse. They could tear into small pieces. So I was lucky here that I was able to really take them in big pieces instead of having to have to get them all over the place. Big pieces peeling off like this is much better. They should really make these headphones without that material, or make it more resistant, more thick, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they do feel very nice when you touch them. That soft material, when it's new, it doesn't last long. These flakes, you can easily throw them in the garbage, really. Just being careful not to have any fans spinning near you so they don't fly around everywhere. I installed the ear pad the same way, so really you can see this as how to change the ear pads on your Sony MDR-7506, or on really most of the studio monitor headphones. All of them, they have similar ways to install ear pads if they have replaceable ear pads, and most of them do have replaceable ear pads. If you have to buy a pair of studio monitoring headphones, I will put links in the description to the ones I believe are the best now. It's these ones and another model that seems to be much better after all. It's the Beyerdynamic DT770 Pro or Sony MDR-7506. I think the Beyerdynamic is a better pair of headphones.